Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. We'll call the board to order in open session at about 1:02, whatever time it is. Jennifer, would you please take the roll?
Trustee Agawam.
Here.
Trustee Carter.
Here.
Trustee Lomachenko.
Here.
Trustee Jimenez.
Here.
Trustee Lee. Trustee Scrivener. Here. Student trustee Guzman.
Here.
Trustee Cortes.
Here. Thank you very much. Trustee Jimenez, would you lead us in the salute to the flag?
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Board did meet in closed session, but there were no actions taken. And we will move on to item C, public comments. At this time, the public may address the Board of Trustees on any matter within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board that is not on the agenda. The public may address the Board of Trustees on each of the agenda items as those items are considered. Each speaker will be allowed a maximum of 5 minutes per topic. 20 minutes shall be the maximum time allotment for public speakers on any one subject, regardless of the number of speakers at any one board meeting. At the discretion of the majority of the board, these times may be extended. Each person who addresses the board must first be recognized by the presiding officer. Comments must be addressed to the board as a whole and not to individual members or district employees. The board and staff are not obligated to comment on or respond to or address comments by the public. At the opening of this meeting, names and agenda items were taken for public comments. Are there any additional members of the public who wish to make public comments? Please state your name and item you wish to address. I have one name who would like to make public comments. Jose Garola. Is that correct? Former mayor of Arvin.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the board, administration staff. I'm speaking as an individual, but I did serve as a member of the city council and mayor of Arvin. I've been here plenty of times in front of this board, many of them with Dr. Young. And I'm here to speak in support of the action to name the library of the Arvin campus after Dr. Young. I will be brief because I know that there's going to be a separate discussion on that, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak in front of you. I would not be where I'm at today if it weren't for Dr. Young. He has had a tremendous impact on the community of Arvin and Kern and beyond. As chancellor, he helped establish and build the campus in Delano, and it was his dream to bring that to his hometown of Arvin. And I was glad that as member of the city council and as mayor of Arvin, that we were able to cast a vote to donate the land to build this building. If it wasn't for his activism, years of activism in support of this project, this wouldn't have been happening today and that building wouldn't have been built. So I just want to lend my voice in support, not only as a former council member and mayor of Arvin and somebody who grew up in Arvin, but also as a former student in the Arvin with the People program. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Again, is there anyone else wishing to address the board? Seeing none, we will move on to item 6 in the agenda. Recognition of Entrepreneurship Grant Program Award recipients. Chancellor.
Yes, Board President Corkins, thank you very much. We are pleased today to thank everyone involved, and we want to recognize the value of partnership between the Kern Community College District and the city of Bakersfield. President Corkins and Board of Trustees, I'd like to call on Norma Rojas Mora, our Executive Director of Governmental Relations and Development, to further help us recognize these businesses.
Good afternoon, Chancellor Bloomberg, President Corkins, and trustees. The Kern Community College District is pleased to be hosting the City of Bakersfield and its partners to provide grants to 2 local entrepreneurs through the Entrepreneurship Grant Program as participants of the Bakersfield College Launchpad. We are pleased to welcome several guests with us this afternoon, including Vice Mayor Andre Gonzalez, Assistant Director of Economic Development, Jenny Byers, who I believe is on her way, and from the Economic and Community Development Agency, Principal Planner Cecilia Griego. We also have with us the 2 awardees who you will hear more about shortly and their guests. So thank you for being here. In September 2019, Bakersfield College Launchpad opened its doors with the vision of developing a system of connected resources and support for local entrepreneurs to help increase the number of new businesses in our community and to assist small businesses to grow. It was also developed with the idea of embedding an entrepreneurial mindset in our curriculum to show students in any field they too can be entrepreneurs through higher education, entrepreneurship knowledge, mentorship, and guidance. Since then, the BC Launchpad has steadily gained attention, and it is through these partnerships that bring us here today. I am proud to introduce Natisha Johnson, Program Director of Entrepreneurship and Workforce Development for Bakersfield College, for a special presentation.
Thank you, Norma. I'm so proud of the BC Launchpad and the tremendous growth we have achieved in the last few years. As we work to help small and minority-owned businesses, it is events such as this that bring the work of the BC Launchpad to life. Through a partnership between the city's Economic and Community Development Department, Bakersfield College Launchpad, and other partners, including the California State University Bakersfield Small Business Development Center and Extended Education, and the Kern County Black Chamber of Commerce, a total of $600,000 have been awarded to local small businesses to strengthen those enterprises through the Entrepreneurship Grant Program. Specifically, as it relates to the Launchpad, I want to share information with you that we can all be proud of. Since the inception of the Entrepreneurship Grant Program in July 2023, we have provided intake services to 393 businesses. Of those, 219 have taken classes at the Launchpad, and the Launchpad has assisted 75 businesses in submitting applications for funding. In all, Bakersfield College Launchpad, in partnership with the City of Bakersfield, has awarded over $450,000 in small business grants. Today, we will be presenting 2 checks to small businesses that have received support and training through the Launchpad. The first recipient is Derek Aaron, owner of the Foxtail Lounge. Derek will be receiving a grant for $40,000 that will assist him with job creation and to be used for payroll as he looks to expand the footprint of the lounge. The second recipients are a husband and wife team, owners of Asii Chiropractors located in downtown Bakersfield, who will be receiving $25,000 to help with job creation and staff support. I am so happy to recognize Corinthian and Erica Tyson and Derek Aaron. Thank you to the Board of Trustees, Bakersfield College, and to the City of Bakersfield for the continued leadership in growing our partnerships and supporting our entrepreneurial community.
At this time, I would like to ask the grant recipients and the city representatives to join us for a photo. Do we have Erica? Okay, we will hold on that the second. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Norma and Letitia for that. Very good. Item B is approval for the naming of Bakersfield College Arvin Educational Center Library to the Dr. James Clark Young Library. Chancellor.
Thank you, President Corkins. I want to take just a quick moment of personal privilege and echo what the former mayor said. I was student trustee on this board when Chancellor Young was chancellor, and to say he had a profound impact on my life is not even equatable to what he did for me. And so I just want everyone to know that this is an amazing opportunity to honor someone who helped thousands of us. Many people that Chancellor Young would have no longer seen where they went to and what they were able to do, but he spent time with everyone. He was so willing to help, and I'm honored beyond words that I'm going to read in just a moment the information about renaming the library. Bakersfield College is proposing the forthcoming Arvin Education Center Library to be named the Dr. James Clark Young Library. By naming this facility, we have the opportunity to honor Dr. Young. Dr. Young meets the Kern Community College District's criteria for the naming of buildings as a former employee, as an individual who has a record of scholarship, creativity, leadership, humanitarian service, or public service. The historical narrative for Dr. James Clark Young's significant achievements is as follows. As a 27-year employee of the district, Dr. Young served as the Assistant Chancellor of Instructional Planning and Development from August 1972 through June 1978, and as Chancellor from May 1978 through February 1999. He served as a volunteer assistant coach to the Arvin High School We the People team for almost 20 years, served on the board of directors for the Kern County Autism Center, International Community College, League for Innovation in the Community College, American Association of Community and Junior Colleges, Bakersfield College Helmet Club, Paramount Savings Bank, and the College Dream Fund. Dr. Young also served as a volunteer treasurer for the city of Arvin and was a chief fundraiser for the Arvin High Alumni Association and the College Dream Fund. Dr. Young devoted decades of effort to bring Bakersfield College courses and the Arvin Educational Center to the community. He was instrumental in acquiring the donation of the land by the city of Arvin, where the center is now being constructed. Dr. Young has worked tirelessly throughout his lifetime to make higher education accessible to all students. President Corkins, members of the board, it is my honor to introduce to the podium Dr. Young's daughter, Beth Wall, who we've asked to provide comments to the board.
Chancellor Bloomberg and to the board, it is my great honor to be here today. And I want to say thank you on behalf of our family. We have a great contingent here of our family. We just gathered for lunch and Dad was there, but my sister has taken him back home. Anyway, and I'm so happy that some of you knew him. And so for those of you who knew him, this is what you knew about him. He was tenacious and his ethic was hardworking. And he imparted that to all of you students and to his kids. And as has already been read, he accomplished much in those years. And as his kid, we were always so proud of all that he was doing. I remember when he spearheaded the efforts to overhaul the BC Stadium, and he brought classes to Mammoth and out to the naval station at China Lake. So those were all things I remember him doing. But I will tell you, his one great passion was a project that he didn't accomplish during his tenure as the chancellor, and that was the campus in Arvin for the Arvin and Lamont community. Arvin, he loves Arvin. He came to Arvin when he was about 3 years old, and his family had lost their farm during the Dust Bowl, and so they came, as many do, to California for a better life. And so he came at 3 years old and went through the Arvin schools. He was the student body president. He played sports, and his only time away from Arvin was during his college years. And my siblings and I have always joked that he will never leave Arvin until it is time for him to meet his savior. So he loves it there. But it's not an abstract love. He loves Arvin because he loves the students. And he has worked passionately and hard for the students of Arvin. You mentioned the We the People. Those were his retirement years, and he worked doing that until he could not do it any longer. But he worked and worked for that program, and he did that because he saw that the hard work and the discipline that the students had to pour into to be a part of that team would give them a better life. He knew that education is the key to a better life, and we're all sitting here because we believe that. A few weeks back, my sister took my mom and dad out for a walk, and they passed the construction. And as he went by the construction, he said, "There's the college I brought to Arvin." And that's the truth. He did. We've already heard from the mayor. Every step of the way, he was working on that thing that was his passion. And he did that because he wants the students of the Arvin Lamont community to have better lives. So he did that hard work, and yet he didn't do it for notoriety for himself. He did it for the love of the students. So with that being said, I think this is an honor that is very fitting. I think it is right and good, and we are all so happy to be here, to be a part of this. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Trustees, are there any comments from trustees?
I'll make a comment.
Trustee Meek was involved, but go ahead.
I remember meeting Dr. Young during my high school years, many years ago. And he is a person that loves rural communities, and specifically the Arvin and Lamont area. He has made a positive difference in many people's lives, and his legacy will always continue living in the lives of people like the former mayor of Arvin, Jose Corolla, and on other people that are now leading our community college system at the state level. Back in 1991, there was a young woman by the name of Dr. Sonia Christian, who was in Kern County, and she needed someone to help her sign her work visa to stay in the United States. And Dr. Young moved mountains to make that possible. And thanks to that, years later, Dr. Sonia came back, led Bakersfield College. Then she came back as a chancellor for the Kern Community College District and put us in a path to success. Now she has taken those goals that she created here to the state community college system of Vision 2030. So we go back in travel in time. All that was possible thanks to Dr. Young, because he's the one who believed in her and moved mountains to sign that visa. So that's just an example of one of many great things that he has contributed to the college system across the nation and across the state. So thank you to the family of Dr. Young for being here, and thank you for always supporting him when he was the chancellor and even after, because his legacy continues in Arvin with the We Are the People team. That's a thing that always makes it to the final. So with that, I would like to make a motion to approve this item.
Second, any further discussion by trustee? Comments? Very good. I don't think, is this scheduled for a motion at this point? Huh? We can go into this one, okay. We have a motion, a second to approve the naming of the Bakersfield College Arvin Educational Center Library to Dr. James Clark Young Library. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none,
I'd like to
motion passes.
speak up
Go ahead.
to Dr. Young. I'm Kay Meek, and my first chancellor that I worked with on this board was Dr. Young. And I learned a lot from him and over the years and grew with his family. When we were discussing, well, I don't even know if we were at the stage of discussing a site in Arvin, but Dr. Young certainly was. And he organized a couple of hearings and meetings out there, and Dennis Beebe was a trustee along with me. That was back when the two of us, Arvin and Lamont, was in our service. So we go out there, and I can remember it so vividly because he just stayed in the background. He organized all the parents and children, and they all spoke. And we were out there for, gosh, close to 2.5 hours. And I guarantee you, we were not going to leave without some type of a commitment that we were going to do something hard. And so as the years went on, and he never let it go. And all of those parents' faces and all of those children and the excitement, and it was a very moving experience. And then along came Measure J. And through Measure J, the funds were set aside to have a campus in Arvin. And my granddaughter, Julia, teaches at the Grow Academy, which is just across from the site of our Arvin campus, and the high school is right there. It couldn't be set up more perfect. But this is really, of all the things that Dr. Young has accomplished over the years and with all of his family support, this really is his legacy. Just a wonderful thing, and it's so nice to see all of you here. And would you give Jim a hug for me? Thank you.
Other comments? Very good. Did you want to take a picture? Very good. So the trustees are asked to step up, and I guess we're all taking a picture.
Okay.
Okay. Good. With the family members, we need, yeah, if we can get Beth come up. Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that makes sense.
Perfect. Go ahead. Hey, you go, we're gonna swim on your mind.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not going to.
Okay?
I might, but I'm good.
Yeah, your body represents the board. Yeah, there's plenty of people.
Yeah, we got fun. I think we decided to move on.
We didn't talk.
Okay.
This. I'm good.
Decided amongst yourself. They do that, yeah. I was very later. So much. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
thank
Thanks
you.
for your work.
What do I do?
Sorry about-
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. And family too. Such a blessing. Yeah. I think that's great. Oh. Passion. You're telling hello.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Thank you all for participating. And we are going to move to item C. Approval of consent items, business services other than construction, agenda items 8A through 8F. Business services, construction, agenda items 10A through 10MM. Educational services item, agenda items 12A through 12D. Human resources agenda items 14A through 14B. Chair would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the consent item approval? All in favor of the consent item signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We move to item D, approval of the minutes of the February 8, 2024 regular board meeting. Is there a motion? I have a motion.
Okay.
I have a second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Item E is approval of the minutes of February 15, 2024 special board meeting. Is there a motion? Motion to approve. Have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. Correspondence to the Board of Trustees, Chancellor.
There's been no correspondence or communication to the board received by my office, President Corcoran.
Item G is approval of the revised 2023-2024 Board of Trustees calendar of meetings. The revised Board of Trustee calendar of meetings for 23-24 is presented to the board for approval today. Specifically, the revision includes a proposed change to the regular April board meeting from Thursday, April 11th, 2024 to Tuesday, April 16th, 2024, and a location change for the regular May meeting from Saracoso Community College to the district office. The board will instead visit Saracoso in October. This is primarily because we had to move April around and was going to be too close. And we want to give Saracoso due time, and we want to be there when everything's a little more relaxed. We're not pushed. Is there a motion to approve? Second motion. Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item H is the ballot for the California Community College Trustees CCCT Board of Directors election. The board will cast a vote to fill the 7 seats on the CCCT board. Serve 3-year term. Trustee Heitzberg, you know I'm headed to you. Give us some guidance here.
Recommend that they vote for the incumbent. There are 7 incumbents. I don't have the list in front of me.
Got the list.
Recommend the board vote for the 7 incumbents. They've all been doing a good job, plus that's continuity for the board. That Deborah Akeda from State Center, Bernardo Perez from Ventura, Greg Pinsa from Allen Hancock, Yvette Davis from Glendale, Barbara Calhoun from Compton, Hortensia Arandaras from Imperial, and Nan Gomez High School. We, if we vote for that ballot, then we Then I believe that we stabilize.
Well, we need a motion to vote these seven. Do I have a motion? Is there a second? I have a second. Is there any discussion? Trustee Hesberg, we rely on your guidance there. We appreciate that. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, good job. Item I is presentation of the 311Q Financial Status Report CCFS for the second quarter fiscal 23-24. By Chet, yeah, Mike, check me.
This is for information purposes only.
Were you gonna make any formal? I reviewed it. Finance did. Anything that we need to be concerned about?
No, sir, not at this time.
Okay. Looks like we're on budget projections, pretty close. Or maybe over on expenditures of hair versus revenue.
Some of that typically has to do with the timing, because the revenues
that's
don't
what I
necessarily track in the same rate that the expenditures go out.
So possibly at our finance committee upcoming in April, we could discuss that in more detail.
Yeah.
Trustee Meek. Okay, is that okay? Very good. Item J is the first reading, proposed revisions to the Kern Community College District. Board Policy Section 1, the district, and Section 1, the district, and Chapter 2, Board of Trustees. This is for information only. For those that reviewed it, it looked like it's tied to accreditation. Mostly. Any comments on that? We're not taking a vote today. We would at the second. Seeing none, we'll move to item 7. Business services approval other than construction. Authorization for the chief financial officer to enter into a grant agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Saracosa Community College and the Foundation for California Community Colleges for 2024-2025 Finish Line Scholars Program for emergency financial aid grant to students. The term is from July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. The amount payable to the district is not to exceed $125,000 to be deposited in the RP 314 restricted program funds. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion to approve and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item B is authorization for the chief financial officer to enter into a service agreement between the Kern Community College District and Atkinson, Andelson, Loya, Rudd, and Romo to retain and engage to perform legal services for the district. The term is from March 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. The cost to the district will vary and is to be paid from GU 001 unrestricted funds. Is there a motion? Have a motion and a second to approve. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item C is approval of a resolution of the Kern Community College District Board of Trustees to declare the former Bakersfield Delano College Delano campus located at 1942 Randolph Street, Delano, California, as surplus property. To declare the property as exempt surplus property, commence making offer pursuant to Education Code 81192, and find that the sale of the property is exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act. Mike, do you have any comments on this?
Yes, so this is a formal process that we're going through in order to relinquish us from the Randolph campus. For many years after getting that back from a lease from what is now wonderful. We have been unable to solidify plans to use that for educational purposes. Specifically because of the growth and the availability of space across town at our Timmons campus. This is the first step in being able to unload the property from our portfolio as it continues to cost us money to do normal upkeep. Even though we're not currently using the site.
Any questions from the board?
We move to approve.
Have a motion?
Second.
And I have a second to approve it. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. We will move to
Trustee
item
Corkins.
9.
That needs a roll call though.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah.
Trustee Goodman.
Aye.
Trustee Michael.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Miller-Cranston?
Aye.
Trustee Bennett?
Aye.
Trustee Meek? Trustee Scrivener?
Aye.
Trustee Corcoran?
Aye. Thank you, Mike, for that. Business services approval, construction items, 9A. Authorization for the chief financial officer to enter into a construction agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Saracosa Community College and Vertic Construction for the physical education, parking, renovation, and new entry road with turnabouts project. Term is from March 14, 2024 through September 30, 2024. The cost to the district is not to exceed $2,059,620 to be paid for from MJ 100 local capital outlay funds. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll move to item B, authorization for the chief financial officer to execute a construction agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Porterville College and Catch Environmental Inc. for the Porterville College basketball, baseball, softball field project. The term is from March 15, 2024 through March 14, 2025. The cost to the district is not to exceed $6,815,532 to be paid from MJ 100 local capital outlay funds. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item C is authorization for the chief financial officer to execute a construction agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Bakersfield College and California Turf and Landscape for the Bakersfield College Welcome Center Landscape and Irrigation Improvement Project. Term is from March 15, 2024 through June 1st, 2024. Cost of the district is not to exceed $370,090 to be paid from RP 397 HEERF funds. Is there a motion?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item D is authorization for the chief financial officer to enter into a construction agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Bakersfield College and James E. Thompson, Inc., DBA GTS Construction for the Bakersfield College Lab Tech Bachelor's Program Project. The term is from April 1, 2024 through August 2, 2024. Cost to the district is not to exceed $1,910,000 to be paid from MJ 100 Local Capital Outlay Fund and RP 105 Restricted Funds. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll move to item 11, educational services approval. Approval of the attached curriculum report of courses, programs, certificates, and new community service education course offerings as part of the district's curriculum for Bakersfield College and Porterville College. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item B is approval of the changes to the 2024-2025 instructional materials fees for Bakersfield College. Is there a motion? I have a motion. And second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item C is authorization for out-of-state travel for Saracosa Community College students to participate in Success Convening 2024 that will take place at Rice University in Houston, Texas from March 29, 2024 through March 30, 2024. The cost to the district is expected to be $4,015 to be paid from RP 025 restricted program funds. Is there a motion?
Second.
Second, somebody explain to me what Success Convening 2024 is. Dr. Hancock. Just curious, not very much.
I believe the focus of this is on our 8540 students.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item D is approval for the chief financial officer to accept a grant agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Porterville College and Foundation for California Community Colleges to provide funding for support and enhance the California Community College experience to Porterville College students. The term is from July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. The amount payable to the district is $125,000 to be deposited into RP 314 restricted program funds. Is there a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, is there a second? Right here, second, thank you. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item 13, under Workforce Economic Development Approval. Item A, authorization for the Chief Financial Officer to execute an agreement between the Kern Community College District and San Joaquin Community Hospital doing business as Adventist Health Bakersfield for hospital employee training. Term of the agreement is January 1, 2024 to December 31, 2026. The cost to the district is up to $175,000 to be paid from CE 005 Employment Training Panel Fund. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Scribner, you will abstain, I assume.
Perfect, thank you.
Very good. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And one abstention? Trustee Scribner. Thank you. Reports, facility reports. Faculty reports.
Good afternoon. Welcome, Chancellor Stephen Bloomberg and also PC President Jerry Flagger. There should be a printed report, I hope. Just want to say thank you again for the naming of the library in Arvin. Dr. James Clark Young, the Academic Senate also supports that name. There's a few highlights from what the Academic Senate has been discussing at BC, looking at highlighting diversity of all kinds on all of our appointments, as well as including ethnic studies and aligning with CalGETSE. So the new transfer curriculum that's coming in, some work that we've been doing. And then also thank you to Vice President Yu for the administrative structure review and his team there with the open and transparent process. And then also been working with VPI Rice for the decision-making document and ABPI Jessica for the ICER for like our ACC JC accreditation and all that. So just some updates on what we've been working on, collaborating across the college. And then of course, a list of some events that are coming up this next month that we hope you join for. And finally, happy Pi Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Classified report. Oh, faculty. No, very good.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Rebecca Baird. I'm the Academic Senate President for Porterville College. I submitted my report to Board Docs, so you can find it there, but just a couple of highlights. On March 6th, the Porterville College Art Gallery held a reception for its opening of Robert Wiebel's exhibition, The Story Changes. And our Cultural and Historical Awareness Program ran a discussion panel on March 6th titled Unstitching Fast Fashion, Avoiding Cheap Clothing That Harms Workers, Consumers, and the Environment. Our Puente program has been very busy continuing their mentor events. On Friday, March 8th, they took a trip with students to see CSUB to take a private tour of the campus, to meet with their director of outreach and learn a bit about the opportunities at CSUB. And on February 27th, we hosted our 4th annual math battle where we had 5 high schools battling it out for ultimate math glory. It was an amazing day to have fun, to interact with our high school partners as well. And next week, PC is heading into spring break. So faculty are excited. And I wish you all a happy spring.
Thank you. The other faculty. Classified reports. No classified. Management Association. Saw you out there. There you go.
Good afternoon, Chancellor, President, and Trustees. My name is Bonita Steele. I'm the President of the Management Association. And I'd like to start by welcoming Chancellor Bloomberg and BC President Flagger. And I'm wanting to let you all know again about the upcoming symposium in May, and we're looking forward to hearing from our senior leadership and leadership across the district. We want to make sure that's all in your calendar. The manager's toolkit that we've been working on for the past several months is going well. We're waiting on a couple of extra documents to upload, and then we'll have it available on our SharePoint for managers to consult when they're interested in looking at different resources or challenges that they're confronting in their work. We are offering several lunch and learn sessions on March 12th. Todd Costin addressed enrollment fraud protections that are occurring across the district. I want to thank him for updating us on those efforts that they're doing and the success that they're having. We also have another lunch and learn scheduled for April 18th, which will be on accessibility and accommodations offered by Nicole Zacharias from the Independent Living Center of Kern County. And last but best, I want to recognize this month's Management Association Manager of the Month, Consuelo Gonzalez from Bakersfield College. She is the MESA Program Director and has been nominated both by her peers and certainly by those of us who have the pleasure of working with her as well. She's been in her position for 19 years and really ensures the success of diverse STEM students in their rigorous science, technology, engineering, and mathematics programs. She is a chemical engineer by trade and the first person in her family to attend college. So she understands the challenges that face our students. And in her role, she guides students through their programs by providing time management, networking, resume writing, and job interviewing skills workshops, provides internships and STEM mentorship opportunities, in addition to organizing workshops with various universities and really illustrating to the students what opportunities await them after they complete their programs. Some of those include the pre-health conference and the Introduce a Girl to Engineering events. And now the data. The MESA program has been grown by 84%. She serves about 50 students each day in the STEM Center study space. And that's no small feat considering the construction that's going on around them. I know that's temporary, but I think she deserves an extra badge for that. MESA students on average have a 41% higher persistence and nearly 3% higher two-year completion rates, and 10% of MESA students earned internships in 22-23. So in recognition of Connie's leadership and her extensive contributions to the Bakersfield College MESA program and its students, the Kern CCD Management Association recognizes her as our February Manager of the Month. Would you join me in applauding her? Thank you. Thank you so much. That concludes my report.
Thank you. College reports.
Good afternoon, President Corkins, trustees, excuse me, Chancellor Bloomberg. I am Thad Russell, Vice President of Instruction at Porterville College, and I'm here on behalf of President Habib to present this brief report. President Habib is currently attending the President's Aspen Fellowship in in San Diego. She's one of 24 presidents across the country selected to participate in the program. First off, on behalf of the PC community, we welcome Chancellor Bloomberg. Congratulate you once again for being selected to lead us at this most important time. We also welcome BC President Jerry Fliger and look forward to continuing the collaborative work across the colleges. You have the PC update report, and as you can see, our faculty and staff have been very busy with activity this semester. Academic Senate President Baird relayed to some of that. The math battle event is something we always look forward to. A great way to see our faculty engaging very directly with high school faculty and obviously high school students. Just seeing the students engaged on our campus, especially coming out of the COVID years, is what for all of us. We'd like to highlight two campus events. First of all, next week, Friday, March 22nd, As part of our ongoing efforts to keep our campus as safe as possible, we will be running a training session of the campus's newly installed Amber Box gunshot detection system. Amber Box is a detection and response system designed to protect lives in an indoor active shooter incident. I believe we never need it. However, this investment is part of our efforts to provide a safe campus. The testing will be held in cooperation with local law enforcement during spring break when our campus is closed. The drill requires very few staff to be on site during testing and further increases the safety of the test and minimizing any disruption to the area surrounding. We have communicated with our campus community and our K-12 partners in the area, and as previously mentioned, working closely with the local development. Number two, a couple of long-awaited facilities projects funded by measures J and G, the broken ground, and will change the face of the campus substantially. They are the College Avenue realignment and the sports complex that will be located on the south area of the campus. Thank the board for supporting PC's land acquisition back in 2021, which is making this expansion possible. I also want to express our appreciation to the district team led by Randy Rolls and Daniel Reed, who were instrumental in working with the engineers and city officials to bring this project to fruition. We close our report congratulating trustee Nan Gomez Heitzberg for her appointment to the Board of Governors. I invite you to read about other events in our PC update. Concludes our report. Thank you.
Good afternoon, President Porkins, trustees, Chancellor Bloomberg. You have my report uploaded in board docs. The one thing I wanted to highlight is as of last Saturday night, when we beat San Bernardino College in the basketball game, 49-47, we advanced to the 3C 2A championships. Whoa. First time ever. So that will be garnering much of our attention. The tournament starts tomorrow. And we're up first with playing, I think it's West Valley, which is #1 seeded team in the state. So just really excited about what's been accomplished. We've been seeing this coming over the last few years as we've been making the playoffs, but we've never made it this far. So I just wanted to highlight that and share that with you and hope that you watch along with us as we provide updates. Thank you.
Where's the tournament played out?
It's Mount Sac, yes.
Oh, Mount Sac, okay.
Not too far away.
Yeah.
Afternoon, President Corkins, Chancellor Bloomberg, trustees. First of all, let me just say thank you for allowing me to sit here. It's been a whirlwind of 3 days so far. The report you have in board docs was created collaboratively between Acting President Watkins and myself. You'll see that. And I'm very excited to host you next month. Plans are already underway and details are being worked out to share our story and what current activities we have going on. So I look forward to seeing that.
Very good, thank you. Chancellor, your report.
President Corkins, members of the Board of Trustees, thank you. First, I would like to say thank you for the privilege to lead this great district. There's no question about our tradition. There's no question about the lives that we've touched. Thank you for entrusting me to lead us into the next generation where we continue to influence more students positively and we change lives. I also want to thank Chancellor Burke because without him, this transition would not have been as seamless as it is. Since December, Chancellor Burke and I have been visiting, talking. We continue to do that. I want to recognize Chancellor Burke for just his outstanding work in making this transition simply smooth. Tom, thank you. I've had the opportunity to start to meet with many community members. That will continue. As the board is aware, there's a list of individuals and organizations. I'm proud to report that I've met many people. I will continue to sit down and meet with other people as time goes along. Saturday night, I'm looking forward to attending on Dr. Flagger's campus, the Sterling Silver event, where I'm understanding I have 3 hours to speak. Three minutes. I'm sorry, I thought that was three hours. That's a typographic error on my part. I look forward to engaging with the campus community then and also being on our campuses at Saracoso and Porterville as well. In closing, my chancellor's report is contained in your material. Again, I appreciate the opportunity and President Corkins, members of the board. That concludes the chancellor's report.
Thank you. Board of Trustee reports. We'll start with student trustee Good.
Thank you. For us, we wanted to again thank the board and everyone involved with the college campuses. Our student government recently traveled up to Sacramento to do the March and March, so they had time for advocacy. They were supposed to meet with legislative members. They got more of the administrative members, but nonetheless, it was a good experience for them. They were very happy and proud to be there. And right now we're actually encountering our student government elections. So upcoming, you will have actually at our next April 11th board meeting. I did invite a couple of those from the board, but we will be knowing who the next student trustee is as well. So please stay connected with us. Student government is working on, getting those candidates and those applications submitted. By the end of this week, we should have results again by April 11th. And other than that, that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Trustee Scriven.
Yes, I'd just like to extend a warm welcome to our two new members of our team, and thank you for your leadership in such an important time. I'd also like to say that it was really a privilege to get to attend the Ridgecrest Economic Outlet Conference, and more than one attendee said that our presentation by Dr. Hancock was the highlight of the day. So I would like to make sure I pass that along. I share their sentiment. I'd like to apologize that I will not be in attendance for the April meeting, and take this opportunity to shamelessly plug that I am so proud of being appointed by 4-Star General Bunch to the computer program at Edwards Air Force Base. And I will not be at this meeting, but I will be at the Spring Senior Leadership Air Force Conference at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And I believe that the information that I learned there and the connectivity that I have there will serve the work we do here. So lastly, I would just like to say, I was pleased to see that Cheryl Scott is in the audience, and am also excited about the celebration this weekend and really honoring all the amazing work that Cheryl Scott and her team, the foundation, does to support the work that we have the privilege of supporting here as well. So thank you for your work, and we look forward to celebrating and honoring lots of important partnerships.
Thank you. Trustee Carter.
Real quickly, I want to welcome incoming Chancellor Bloomberg and incoming President Jerry Flagler. Great to have you here. It's great to kind of put a close to all this moving around that we've had going on. Disrupted. Also, I wanted to thank once again Tom Burke. He's just such an amazing person in my mind. I don't get much better than him. Thank you for your leadership and your guidance all this time. Even as CFO, it just. Also, James Young, gosh, again, can't ask for a better guy than that. What an advocate for higher education here in the Central Valley. Very thankful that we'll be able to honor him today.
Thank you. Trustee Aguilar.
Thank you, President Corkins. Want to welcome Chancellor Bloomberg, Dr. Flagler. Welcome to the KCCD BC family. And also want to echo some of the comments earlier today with respect to Dr. Young. I think it's a very fitting way to honor an individual who's given so much to the local community in the area of education, not just for the community of Arvin, Lamont, but Kern County as a whole, and for all the lives that he's touched. I mean, what an honorable way to recognize his work. And that concludes my report.
Trustee Hinman.
I want to start by thanking Tom Burke for this smooth transition and welcoming Chancellor Bloomberg to your first official meeting. Thank you for making it an easy meeting. And I also want to extend our welcomes to Dr. Jerry Flagler. I look forward to the new heights that you will take our district, and our Bakersfield College too. And I also want to extend my congratulations to trustee Nan Gomez Edwards on for appointment to the California Community College Board of Governors. That's a huge deal. 17 people that are leading 115 community colleges across California. She's one of the 17. We have our voice up there, so thank you for doing the work, and that concludes my report.
Trustee Heisman.
Well, I'm going to do a wish to begin with, and I wish Dr. Bloomberg and Dr. Flieger a very long honeymoon. Until the first time you say no. We know that that's the way that works. But we're so pleased that you are both here and new leadership and new partnerships, opportunities for cooperation across our district and taking us even beyond the heights that I think we have achieved. I'm sure we're going to see even more. Thank you, Tom Burke. You're the glue that has held things together on many occasions, and we so appreciate you. I just want to mention that was it just a week that we were in McFarland? Right, it was your first day. On Dr. Bloomberg's first day, he joined the Board of Governors representatives in McFarland. And as many reports as we have heard about dual enrollment and early college, it does not compare to seeing it in person. 600 of 900 students at McFarland High School are taking some kind of a college class. That is amazing. It is especially amazing in a small rural community who did not, for the most part, they did not see college in their futures. Their families did not see it. The students did not see it. And I have to give kudos to both Jean Fuller and our trustee Agbalog for seeing that vision, and for Dr. Sonia Christian for actually bringing it into being. So it was nice to have a circle to come around and visit that high school and see the potential of dual enrollment and changing people's lives. So it was a great day. I'm glad you were there for the first day.
Thank you. Tom, I'm not going to thank you because you're not going anywhere. Because we just approved your consultant agreement. So you're here. When you finally leave, I'll thank you. But that shouldn't be too soon, I hope. We appreciate all your hard work and everything you're doing for us, and the transition will be important. At the end of a pretty grueling 2-hour closed session, I linked over to Chancellor and said, "How do you like it so far here?" I thought he'd say, "Well, no," he gave us a nice list of things he's done and everything." I said, "Okay, he's dead serious about this." So very good. We appreciate you being here, and we know you're going to give us some good leadership. You gave us some insights today that we're very interested to see the future of. Jerry, we'll catch up with you, I'm sure. To the board, we have a press conference scheduled at 2:30. 3? Yeah, 2:30. 3. Is it 3? It's still set at 3 in the courtyard. So if you can hang around a little bit, we are going to have a press conference where we will introduce to the public Chancellor Bloomberg and BC President Flieger. And with that, with no other business to the board, we are adjourned. Thank you. Well,